To take an available seat. We're going to be starting in just a few minutes. Thank you. Again. At this time, I'd like to welcome Marilyn Jackson, CEO of the Ali Center, to welcome.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Muhammad Ali Center. I'm Marilyn Jackson. I'm the president and CEO here. And I don't know if you noticed, but one of our taglines that we like to say at the center is that we're more than a museum. We are a community gathering space where we can bring forward critical conversations about how to make Louisville a stronger, more equitable city, and to foster a Louisville where all people, especially our young people, can achieve their personal greatness in the safe and healthy neighborhoods. I don't know if you know this, but when Muhammad was approached about 20 years ago about creating a center or a museum in his name, there were lots of cities that wanted to host that type of facility, and he wanted it here in Louisville. This is where he considered home, and I know that he is delighted that we are having these conversations. This is like the fourth one we've had this year so far. I think it's important to making Louisville a better city, a stronger city, and a place where we can all grow. We're thankful for the community coming out tonight, and I'm thankful for the mayor's leadership and Office of Safety and Healthy Neighborhoods and the community at large. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to bring up next. Nobody told me that, but thank you for coming out tonight, and we look forward to this great conversation.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Paul Callahan. I'm the director for the Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods. So thank you for coming out tonight for this very important meeting. The topic of our discussion tonight will be violence reduction in the city. Right? We all heard there was some good news at the beginning of the year. The good news was that violence went down in our city. Last year. Actually, we saw some reductions in homicides, we saw some reductions in shootings, but that's not really comforting, right, to all of us, or many of us that still live in communities where we're seeing a fair amount of shootings, and we need to do better, right? We need to stay vigilant on what we're doing. That means that we need to look at our programs that are working, we need to strengthen those programs that are working, but we also need to be open to the ideas of how do we get better, right? This is a topic that we learn every day across the country from different cities as well too, is what works, what doesn't. And we always have to strive to do better a job of protecting our families, our youth, and our citizens in our community. So tonight is one of many events that the mayor has made this his priority. He's been speaking to groups across the city. This is one of those evenings that we're going to have some good discussion tonight, right? And the way we kind of broke this up, and Amber will go through this with you in a few minutes, is that we want to make sure that everybody's voice, and voice is important, that whatever plan we put forward, right, is comprehensive but inclusive of the opinions and voices of all of us together, right? If we're going to own this plan, we're going to own this mission of reducing violence, then we need to come together in a collaborative effort, which means we need to listen and talk to each other about how to successfully do that. And that's what we're going to start off doing tonight. There are a couple of folks that I do want to point out that are here tonight. We do have two council persons with us tonight. Council President Marcus Winkler, District 17, and Councilwoman Betsy Rue, District 21. I want to point out our new deputy mayors, Deputy Mayor David James, Deputy Mayor Nicole George, and Deputy Mayor Barbara Sexton Smith. And without much ado, it's my privilege and my honor to introduce to you our newest mayor and a champion for all of us, Mayor Craig Greenberg.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, everyone, for coming out to what I believe is one of the most important types of events we can do as a community. To organize together to focus on preventing violent crime in our community. This idea started as a result of several conversations that I had with our chief of police, with Councilman Ja'Cory Arthur, about the need to bring our community together after we were faced with 10 homicides in just the first few weeks of the year. So thank you for all coming tonight and for the work that so many of you do every day to save lives and help people, especially our young people, get off of the path to tragedy and find a better way. We're so grateful for your partnership and participation and the perspectives that you have on how we as a community can prevent more tragedies from happening. Tonight, we all have different experiences, different perspectives with guns and violence and the tolls that it takes. What we all have in common, though, is we're tired. We're tired of the death and the wounds and the losses and the waste of good people and precious lives. Every group I meet with is tired of the gun violence. We all know that we have more that we can, should, and must do. And so thank you to those of you here tonight for stepping up and taking a part in the solution. Because this challenge is too big for any one of us to take on by ourselves. We can only do it together. And our administration is focused by working in partnership with you and others on community action and outreach, on taking guns off our streets, on improving the LMPD, and investing more in our youth. And this conversation, this action plan here tonight, is one of those examples of community action and outreach. I apologize for being a few minutes late. I came from another initiative that we're working on as a community. Just came from a group violence intervention call-in, where we're meeting with some juveniles in our city to hopefully encourage them to choose a new path in life. And also to understand, if they don't choose that path, the consequences that might be, which we don't want to happen. Tonight is about solutions. Tonight is about action. And we're going to ensure that the folks who are living with the threats of violence in our city know that we are listening and responding. So this is just the first of many events. We're also going to focus on taking guns off of our streets. Earlier this month, I directed Louisville Metro Police Department to remove the firing pin from thousands of guns that have been used already to commit crimes in our city, to make it harder to find their way back onto their streets, so that once a gun is used to commit a crime, we hope that gun is never again used to commit another crime. And we have more plans in the works that we're going to continue to implement. Third, we're focused on improving LMPD. To make our city safer, we have to continue to implement reforms and make LMPD the best police department in America. That means we're going to support our officers with the best training to be the most trusted and transparent police department that we can possibly have, that is focused on preventing crimes from happening in the first place. We're also going to invest in our youth. We know that's essential. As Marilyn was just talking about Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. When he was 12 years old, he found people in his life like Joe Martin, Fred Stoner, and others who helped him learn to box and become the greatest. So many of our kids in Louisville have that same potential that young Cassius Clay had, yet they never find the right mentors, the right outlets in life to pursue their hope, their opportunities, and their dreams. As your mayor, working with you all, I want to do everything possible to help our young people in our community have the right influences in the right environments so they can find the greatness within themselves to pursue their dreams and succeed. We need to open up more spaces where kids can feel safe and be active in sports and arts and other positive environments where they can work on building a brighter future for themselves. We need more programming across our city to keep our youth engaged. I was thrilled yesterday to help cut the ribbon at a new Boys and Girls Club in the California neighborhood. We need more and more programs, organizations, and places like that because we cannot lose our youth to crime. We also need to help keep them connected to their community while at the same time a belief in their own future. And we know the work of serious youth violence prevention requires resources. So that will not change from us. Our city government, our administration will continue to provide those resources, especially for young people. These are our priorities, and we are committed to making them happen. That's one of the reasons why I recently created the first Office for Philanthropy. We're joined here tonight by Mariana Barzin, who is leading that office, to bring in dollars from around the country to leverage our local resources to invest in important initiatives like violence prevention, short and long-term solutions. And there's no bigger challenge than reducing violence and getting guns off our street. So we need to provide our young people with a sense of hope and possibility, so fewer of them pick up a gun in the first place. So we ask you all to come tonight because we want and need your honest input, your straightforward take on where we are as a city and what we need to do to help more of our kids grow up in safe neighborhoods, to have hope, and to be able to pursue their opportunity. That's what every kid deserves. That's what everyone in Louisville deserves. And that's our job to help provide it. Tonight is called the Violence Prevention Action Summit. And we do really want to focus on solutions to prevent violent crime and what actions we need to take. We know there are a lot of reasons for why we are here. And so I hope everyone here tonight will share your ideas honestly, forthright, and that we respect everyone's opinions. There is no bad idea. And so thank you all for coming. Thank you to the moderators who are going to help facilitate those discussions. And I'm really excited to hear your ideas, your plans for action. That I, as your mayor, that we as the administration and city government, our partners in Metro Council, can help implement. The timing is perfect. We've just started working right now on next year's budget. That will happen later this spring, that we'll be talking about that, and Metro Council will be approving that. So your ideas tonight can become action very quickly. Thank you all so much for joining us in this cause.
Thank you, Mayor. There is somebody that I did miss, and I do apologize. I do want to introduce Deputy Mayor Dana Maiden. I do apologize. As I said earlier, we wanted to create a forum tonight where we could have an open dialogue, and it's kind of tough when you do that in a general room like this. So we did create a venue tonight that we felt was most suitable to have that exchange of ideas, to have that ongoing, honest dialogue. And I'm going to introduce you to Amber Burns-Jones, our Assistant Director for the Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods. She's going to walk you through that agenda tonight and what those forums look like, and then we'll send you on your way to your rooms. Thank you.
Hey everybody. As Paul said, my name is Amber Burns-Jones, and I'm one of the Assistant Directors for the Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods. So as he said, very soon, we're going to break up into 4 breakout groups. When you arrive, each of you should have received a packet, and on that packet, there's a colored sticker. That's your group assignment, okay? In just a moment, I'm going to begin to name Ocean staff members who will then lead you to your designated group. We'll engage in a small group discussion, and then we'll come back together to report out on the output of those discussions, okay? All right, and in each room, there's also, there's food and drinks. So this will be a working dinner, if you will. You'll be eating and having discussion with your fellow citizens. So has everyone located their packet? They seen the color? Make eye contact, I know you got it. Okay, wonderful. Let's see, Nanette. Will you stand, please? This is Nanette. If you have the sticker color green, please follow Nanette to the elevators, and she'll take you to your breakout room. This is also a good opportunity if you have to go ahead and use the restroom. Otherwise, when you walk in, you can go ahead and grab your meal, and the discussion will begin. Thank you. All right, those of you with the yellow sticker. Got a sticker? Renee, will you raise your hand? In just a moment, you'll be following Renee to your breakout session.
Hi. I know you want to get back to your live stream, but I want to take this minute to talk about Images by Patrick. Hi, I'm Patrick, and I've been a professional photographer for over 25 years, specializing in actors' headshots, professional headshots, family portraits, and much, much more. You can find me at www.imagesbypatrick.photography or find me on Facebook at Images by Patrick and get your image on. Now, back to your live stream.
If you do nothing else.
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 If you do nothing else.